I said this to somebody the other day. They were talking about how they feel. And I said, who cares how you feel? And he goes, well, what do you mean? Well, I don't care. You're telling me I know you and I don't care. So all the people who don't know you don't care. The woman you want doesn't care. You can't go up to a chick at a bar and say, you know what? Usually I'm really charming. Damn. The chick you want doesn't care. The job you're supposed to perform at doesn't care. All the people out here in the world don't care, but you're going to sit there and you're going to care to be the only person in the world who cares? You're wasting time in a hyper-competitive world where people like me who perform regardless of how they feel are just going to perpetually bury you.
Yeah, you know exactly what time it is. The Maki and Kanan podcast. This is episode number 163. And the topic that I have, I don't know about Kane, but the topic that I have is Ascension past discomfort. But before I pass the mic over to Kane and let him introduce himself, I will speak on this briefly because I don't give a fuck that much. But little Reese is allegedly in critical condition after being shot. He stayed living this certain wannabe tough lifestyle, picking on homeless people. I've actually had an encounter one time where he tried to threaten me over the internet. And I'm like, bro, stand on that. So this is somebody who, preys on innocent people. And he's just a grown ass man that doesn't know how to grow up. He shitted himself, got his ass kicked, all these other things. And now he might go into the afterlife. Now, what I will say is I don't wish that upon anybody, but I'm not surprised. So Kane, what you got to say, man? Introduce yourself and let's get on with it.
Fuck Lil Reese. I don't give a fuck. That's all I gotta say. I don't give a fuck about Lil Reese. He can go fuck himself. But with that being said, man, you already know what it is. We're back here to search some more game on the ground from Hungry House. We just got the pound ready for the next round. That being said, the topic I want to speak on, I'm going to be Keisha ass people. And how to tell who a Keisha is. With that being said, we're going to jump right into this bitch. Fuck Lil Reese. I can give a fuck less.
A lot of people always want to do words that have D in the beginning, these nuts, it's something new but anyways, a lot of people want a D, but we have to understand that you got to want to ascend, homie. You got to want to ascend, and in order to ascend, you cannot have people that are operating a lot like gravity around you because they will try to keep you down. People that are below will speak down on you because that's all they know. They see everything as above them. So what they do is they see that with inside, but on the outside, they have to express it as they're like this macho, ginormous individual, even though they're very, very small. It's kind of like the Pennywise situation. Pennywise only terrified the people who were scared of him. But when no one was scared of him, he turned into a shriveled up little ass bitch. And he fucking died because he died because no one was scared of him. This is how your enemies are. They feed off of your energy and your interactions with them. So you have to ascend past discomfort. Yes, it can be discomforting hearing people say this, that, and the third, but when you know the truth, it's actually admirable because you realize that you're making people mad because you're being positive. If you're being negative and you're making people mad, that's a whole other thing. And when I say being negative, doing negative things to community, telling people the truth about reality is not negativity. That's actually called realism. So you got to ascend past discomfort. Your brain will always choose the optimal option to return you back to comfortability in a sense of zombiness, I would say. Just not necessarily doing anything, just being, existing, eating, shitting, and sleeping. But you have to do a lot more than that. But guess what it comes with? It comes with discomfort. You have to become one with discomfort and make it your bitch. Don't let discomfort make you a bitch. So with that being said, Kane, what do you have to say on the topic? No.
That's a fact, man. There are certain areas in life where I still get held back a little bit by discomfort until you just fucking do it. Once you do it and get it over with, you'll look back and be like, damn, bro, that wasn't that hard. The fuck was I like scared for, nervous about? Discomfort's a fucking anchor, like anchor on a ship. That bitch drops and holds you in place. You discomforted by certain things or certain feelings. You gotta be able to turn that shit off. Because just like Tate said in the beginning, nobody gives a fuck about your feelings. Nobody cares if you feel discomforted. If you think you're discomforted, nobody gives a fuck. So you gotta learn to turn that shit off so that you can elevate. If you don't elevate, you ain't gonna go nowhere. So that being said, you don't go nowhere, you're gonna be stuck. You're just gonna be a leaf in the wind, waiting to see where you're gonna land next. And that's just 100% facts, not opinion. So learn how to turn your discomfort and feelings off.
So with that being said, man, go ahead and talk about your topic.
Man, so I'm going to talk about Keisha patterns. I'm going to speak on one because of one that I know of for sure. I mean, really, there's two. But the main pattern I'm going to speak on is the fact that there's going to be people out there that you meet, whether they're in your friend circle, your associate circle, or whatever the case may be. They Keishas. And one of the ways you can tell is by the way that they talk, the way their demeanor is, the way they act. If they always feel like they got to roast you when they see you, that's a fucking Keisha because they know that they ain't shit. So what they're doing is they're trying to speak louder to make their presence more known so they feel like they're much bigger than what they really are. And really all they are is just a fucking bunch of fat asses who hate what they see in the fucking mirror when they wake up in the morning. You know, they got to have a loud mouth to make up for the confidence that they lack. Physical confidence that they lack as far as their body goes. They ain't in shape. They not tough. They fat. They out of shape. They out of weight. All types of different shit. So, man, when you see somebody who always feel like they got to talk shit or roast you, even if it's just making fun, you know, just poking fun or whatever, that's a Keisha. Because eventually down the line, when you don't give them what they want, they're going to really let that bitch out. The second pattern I want to talk about is, you know, when you're at work, you're at school or whatever, you got some type of fucking community project or some shit going on, or wherever the fuck you're at, and you hear people gossiping about other people and shit, talking about, yeah, man, well, this one chick, bro, she works at this store that I used to work at. She was always coming out here and always giving us all these different explanations as to why we shouldn't do this and why we shouldn't do that and why we need to do this and why we need to do that. And it's just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I didn't fuck people like that, bro. They're Keishas too. You know why? Because behind your back, they doing the same shit about you. They gossiping about you to somebody else. If they gonna gossip to you, they gonna gossip about you. Those are the two main patterns of Keisha. You know, a lot of people that think, oh no, man, my homies is down. They would never turn on me. They would never do this. They would never do that. But guess what? It don't matter how long you know somebody. If they really ain't solid, that Keisha, they gonna leave your ass whenever they feel like they need to leave your ass. You know, as somebody who's always feels the need to roast you, talk shit about you, and you've known them for a while, for a long time, for years on end, they don't end up leaving your ass when they feel like they need to leave your ass. Somebody who gossips to you about other people, they're going to end up leaving your ass when they feel like they need to leave your ass because they gossip about you to somebody else. You know, so just keep your ears open and peep the way that certain people talk and carry themselves. Because I tell you what, man, there's a whole lot of fucking Keishas out there. And sometimes it just blows my mind. And sometimes it makes you, some of them you just want to whoop their ass because they ain't never had their ass whooped before. But just fucking keep your ears peeled, bro.
Yeah, man. All I got to say about that is a Keisha is a Keisha. You got to pay attention to how people treat the people that matter to them. Not necessarily the people that don't matter to them. Because guess what? You ain't got no treat for a trick. Fuck a bitch. But if it's somebody that's a level of importance, then you got to pay attention to that, man. Because a lot of times you'll think, oh, man, I would never. Man, the many times that you think never is when you get surprised, man. So you got to pay attention to the whole board. You know, I was playing checkers the other day. And, you know, a lot of people like to talk about chess. You know, it takes critical thinking to play both of them. Obviously more to play chess. But, you know, if you think too much about the piece that's in front of you, you don't see the piece that's ahead of you. And, man, they're trying to take many, many different pieces away from you. So you got to pay attention. And once a Keisha, always a Keisha. They will remain a Keisha. And even if they change, they can be a better person for somebody else. But you have to understand that they will always be a Keisha to you. So don't let them get close to you. That being said, Kane, got to say anything else before we go ahead and wrap this episode up? We are nearly one day away from UFC 280, I think 7. And, man, I'm excited as fuck.
This is going to be crazy as hell, man. I'm going to be giving my review and shit afterwards. So, with that being said, man, make sure y'all share it with your friends, your families, your mommies, aunties, and grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. And with that being said, I'm getting the hell out of here. I got shit I got to take care of.
Peace.
They hope the instructors would stop running. They hope the water was never cold. They hope the weather was fucking good. I don't live off that hope shit. I wish the water was cold. I wish them motherfucking instructors keep on fucking running. I wish the fucking rain. When the ending is unknown and the distance is unknown, that's when you know who the fuck you are. Your family's looking for that one guy right now. They're looking for that one guy who's strong, who's that pillar for the family in hard times. Make sure they look around. They look around behind you. These are the times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything. Stay hard.
Get the fuck out.